Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. We are very happy to welcome you to the Sparking Business Innovation in Circular Economy for Textiles and Buildings webinar. Today, we will have a very insightful agenda. We will present you the Circular Economy Social Experiment, Business Innovation. We will also present you different case studies. We will start with the case study from our local partner from Cyprus. Then we will follow with the case study from Ljubljana, then with the case study from Val-de-Marne in France. And finally, we will share with you the case study from Santo Tirso. We will present, our local partners will present these different case studies. And we will also, after the presentations, finish with an interactive session using Mentimeter, so the attendees can provide us feedback on the different presentations and the information we will share with you. And finally, we will also have an interactive Q&A session with all of you, and we will conclude the session with some remarks and insights from the different presentations and the journey we have with the circular economy experiment within the Shell Green Deal project. So once again, welcome to all of you, and we will start this webinar with an overview of the Shell Green Deal project. So just for you, for information and the context of our project, this is a 5-year EU-funded project that started in 2022 and will last until 2027. It's on social sciences and humanities research to support the EU Green Deal. And you may wonder, how can research in areas like sociology, human geography, psychology, and more support social innovative practices for climate change goals? And usually we cover, in this experiment, we cover 6 sustainability topic areas: energy, circular economy, renovations, mobility, food, and biodiversity. We will be talking today about circular economy, and we work closely with local authorities and NGOs, third sector organizations, who are at the forefront of delivering on climate change policies. We have the case study guides that will be published in the autumn season. So again, welcome you all, and we will start. I will give the floor to my colleague Hernan Ruiz for the Circular Economy, from the Circular Economy Research Center. Hello, Hernan.
Hello, Blanca. Thank you for the introduction, and good morning, everyone. So I will just I will share my screen now. So just give me a second, please. Yes. So as Blanca was Hello, can you hear me? I think I got disconnected. Can you hear me now? Okay, so I will share my screen again.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I will share my screen now. Okay, so what I was saying is that we are in the circular economy experiment. So let's start with what is a circular economy. So for us, for the Circular Economy Research Center, circular economy is not exact science. It could be a theoretical framework, but in our case, we assume that a circular economy is a business model. So a business model that has a different implications, like disruptive effect, societal impact, economic implications, environmental advantages, and also resource optimization, which is, one of the main goals as well of the circular economy. So that's why we had the circular economy experiment in this Shell Green Deal project. And the objective of this experiment is to co-design and test the business innovations to support local organizations implementing circular economy business models for resource-intensive sectors. As you can see here in this image, the different experiments are contribute to the climate action and zero pollution of the Green Deal ambition. And also, in particular, the circular economy experiment focuses in the circular economy action plan. In our case, we are using one of the participatory tools that has been defined in the project, which is the local business accelerator hubs. In this sense, we have selected 4 local partners that will help us in implementing our experiment. So one from France, which is Valdeman in Transition, that they are focusing in textiles. We have Slovenia with the Technology Park of Ljubljana that are focusing in the textile sector. We have Cyprus with the Cyprus Organization for Standardization, focusing on construction and building. And finally, we have Portugal with the Câmara Municipal of Santo Tirso, that they are focusing in textiles, plastics, food, water, and nutrients. So the first, the 2 main activities that the local partners developed were to develop the local accelerator hub ecosystem and the recruitment of the members, and then the implementation of 3 circular design thinking workshops to foster business innovation. So here in this slide, you can see here a screenshot of the 4 different websites that the different partners created. So I put also here a QR code if you would like, to explore the different websites. So I will leave like 10 seconds more in the screen. So if you would like to see it. So here, the particularity is that almost all the websites are in local language, except the one of Cyprus that is in English. And well, I will go to the next slide. As I was mentioning, the idea of the experiment was also to provide to the members, knowledge on circular design thinking. So just quickly to define circular design thinking, it's a human-centered approach for innovation. And in this case, will help in our experiment, it helps us to understand user needs. Okay. Can you hear me better now? Okay, sorry for the technical inconvenience. I will try to speak louder so you will be able to understand me, to hear me. I'm sorry for that. So as I was saying, the design thinking will help us to understand the user needs, the local circular problems, and also to create a prototyping solution. So the circular design thinking is based on user-centric, help us to develop user-centric solutions, innovation and creativity, also to implement system thinking for the creation of closed loop systems where waste becomes a resource. And finally, for the collaboration and co-creation of shared ownership of solutions and through collective insight. As overall, in the different, we have the 3 workshops that are here. So the first one is to the definition of circular local challenges. And in general, we defined 20 local challenges. Then in the workshop 2, that was regarding the proposition of circular solutions. In total, we developed more than 10 circular solutions. And in the workshop number 3, that was regarding the feedback and iteration. Now, actually, we are piloting more than 2 solutions that you will see, through the presentations of the local partners in the following presentation. Just an overview here, of the different activities. For example, regarding the circular local challenges. In the case of Cyprus, they identify, for example, lack of market surveillance and effective implementation of legislation. In the case of France, the repairment of garments, or in Portugal, how to reduce the use of raw materials. And in the case of Slovenia, we can also mention what can we do with a garment when it can longer be repaired, right? So, and here you will see that, with the different solutions that the partners will introduce in a while. And finally, here you also have some of the images regarding the feedback and iteration of the workshop 3. As you can see, the different methodologies and also, the presentation of the pilots that has been developed by the different partners. And with this slide, also summarizing with some pictures the activities of the partners, I will end my presentation and I will give the floor to the next to the partner that will start sharing their insights. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hernan. So now we will give the floor to Anna Dionisiou from the Cyprus Standardization Organization she will present the case study from Cyprus. Thank you, Anna. Welcome.
So, Vlad, guys, everything okay with my presentation? Can you see the full screen? Okay. Just a moment. So, good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. First, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Anna Dionisiou, and I work at the Cyprus Organization for Standardization, the national standard body of Cyprus. I'm a civil engineer dealing with standardization issues related to the construction industry, particularly in design standard and construction products related standards. Our presentation today is based on the outcomes we achieved as a local partner of the Shared Green Deal project. CYS ran a social experiment as other for 3 partners on circular economy, but with a different is a specific focus on construction and buildings, with the main aim to engage with and understanding the needs of local stakeholders within the construction industry, with the ambition of transitioning the industry to a more circular model. The objectives of our experiment are summarized in the slide, and were to share and promote good circular practices, to deliver practical circular solutions, to be honest, to design practical solutions at the stage of the experiment, to support collaboration between different industry stakeholders, to promote awareness of circular economy, as we are a little bit back in Cyprus about this issue, and to engage construction industry stakeholders in circular economy. First, to achieve the objectives of the experiment, we established CYS Circular Economy Hub, as Hernan mentioned previously, which is a part of the website we developed and which you can explore it out. Stakeholder interested in becoming partner of our hub could register online. It's worth mentioning that for the promotion of CYS Hub, we utilize the existing social media channel of the organization. Additionally, after mapping the construction industry stakeholder, we reach out to the selected stakeholders and we arrange some meeting with them. We decide to do this approach and based on the assumption that direct engagement and discussion with industry stakeholders will be a more effective way to attract their attention and involvement. Through this hub, stakeholders can develop new collaboration, share expertise at national level about circular economy and good circular practices, and also is a way to get information about our events and news organized in the framework of the experiment. In the future, we aim to upgrade our website and expand the range of services we offer more. For us, it was important to include different players for the construction industry, representing diverse backgrounds and different activities within the sector. You can see from the 2 slides that we have members from academia and research institutions, local associations, and businesses. The most challenging aspect for us during the experiment was the development and execution of the 3 workshops aimed to achieving the major objectives of the experiment and the design of business circular solutions. The first workshop, Mapping Circular Construction in Cyprus, held on October 2023, last year. And the objective, as mentioned before, was to assess the current situation of circular economy within the local construction industry. Additionally, the workshop help us to identify existing barriers, constraints, but also to find some opportunities and enablers relating to the transition to a more circular construction model. The second workshop, which was based on the outcomes of the first workshop, was about design for circular construction. It was one of the important workshops. We use an interactive process and methodology of value proposition canvas, and participants working in 3 different teams prepare 3 circular construction solutions based on specific objectives. The 3 circular solutions were tailored solutions for Cyprus, and each of them could support overcoming existing constraints and barriers, but on the other hand, incentivizing or facilitating the first one, the aspect of collaboration, the second one, aspects of legislation and policy, and the third one, aspects of the market. Finally, the 3 circular solutions proposed are, the first one was for a public digital register for construction and demolition waste. The second one is about an outsourced market surveillance and compliance assessment process on circular projects. And the third one is the development of a digital circular construction toolkit for the design of circular construction projects. Move on the next slide. Finally, the workshop 3 was on social proofing of circular solution developed during the workshop 2. And during this workshop, a variety of participants had the opportunity to discuss and assess from different perspectives and provide feedback for improvement on the 3 solutions. The 3 solutions were examined through a feedback survey that we prepared, focusing on specific aspects presented in the current slide and our innovation, collaboration, circularity and sustainability, feasibility and inclusiveness. Each idea, each solution that was developed was awarded based on its highest score related to these 5 aspects. Just last week, we organized a final event, a social gathering where we invited our partners for a business lunch to discuss with them the project concluded remarks. Also, during the event, we awarded the 3 value propositions developed through the experiment. At these slides, I put some highlights that are important for us. In general, we received positive feedbacks by participants regarding the quality and overall experience during our workshop. We achieved a high level of commitment and contribution to discussion by the workshop participants. Also, for us, it was important to the participation and contribution by public authorities during the workshop. Moreover, we think that the experiment facilitated good networking opportunities for construction industry stakeholders and effective collaboration between interest parties. Last, some learning through our journey is that the collaborative solutions development, including all interest parties, lead to innovative and effective solutions. The local market in Cyprus requires solutions which are tailored to the needs and constraints of the industry. Interested parties need to have a common space to interact and exchange good practices and know-how. A more effective public consultation is something that is needed between industry and government when developing regulation to ensure that regulations are feasible, applicable, and accepted. Also, sharing good practices is essential for promote innovative solutions. And finally, businesses and industry in Cyprus lack of awareness of tools and methods to innovate instruction matter. I will finish my presentation with a statement that great things and big changes are never done by one person. They are done by a team of people, and this is something that is needed for transition to a circular construction. Moreover, I would like to thank my colleagues Elena and Marios for their contribution and teamwork in the execution of the experience. And finally, special thanks to Vlatka and Hernan and all the Share Green Deal team for their help and advice throughout the duration of the experience. That's for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. And thank you for also the insights and for sharing with all of us and the audience this presentation. Next, we will have the presentation from our partner, Technology Park of Ljubljana from Slovenia. Majda Potokar, welcome. Good morning.
Hello, everybody. May I already share the screen? Yes?
Yes, please.
Do you see it? I will just enlarge it.
Yes, we can see it. It's not in presentation mode, though.
Okay, now it should be. Okay, thank you very much once again for organizing this webinar to share our joint experience. I'm coming from Technology Park Ljubljana. I'm Majda Potokar, a project manager, and I would like to make some highlights from this. Our experiment, we were also focusing on the textile, and we were exploring our potentials on this field, circular economy and textile and fashion within the municipality of Ljubljana. And this was implemented by Technology Park Ljubljana. And I can give you here an overview of the key indicators that we needed to achieve. So this was 25.
Majda?
Yeah?
Sorry for interrupting. I am not sure if you are sharing on presentation mode, but I think we cannot see it on presentation mode yet. Can you try again?
I am seeing it in a presentation mode. Maybe I should stop sharing and one going out and in the presentation again. Maybe this would be the solution.
Please, thank you.
Okay, because sometimes this happens. Now, is it seen?
No, it's not in present mode, and the slides weren't clicking forward for us before. So
okay, now is
No.
it the presentation mode?
No, we only see your PowerPoint.
I don't know why.
Editing mode.
Maida,
Uh-huh.
are you using two screens? Maybe the presentation mode is in the other screen.
Okay. Okay, there are two screens here. Yes. Okay, I'll go out from this screen just a moment. Okay, I will go inside I will share once again the okay, is now seen?
No, I think you have to choose the other screen.
You must put the editing mode.
What kind of mode? Just a moment.
When you go to share, Maida, try to choose the other screen.
Okay, okay. I will go on small. I'm having just one open, and I don't know, this one and this, and like that, it should be now.
No, I think not yet. So maybe Stefan, do you have the presentation for Maida? Maybe you can share and she can tell us when to change the slides. What do you think?
It's still not right
No,
now.
no, I'm
No.
afraid not. No.
Sure. Oh, it's very strange though. I'm seeing all the time I don't know. And right now also not. Not.
No,
Okay.
I mean, you can show it if you click down the slides, but you'll have to click them down sort of
Yeah.
manually.
Okay, I will share again. I'm having this in.
Now it's working. Now it's working.
Okay.
Don't
strange
touch
because
anything.
yeah. No, it's strange because it was now on the screen and I clicked this one and before not. Strange. Okay, no, it doesn't matter. We resolved it. Okay, this is the key indicators, of course, that we were obliged to achieve. Like we identified 25 good practices in circular economy in textiles. From May 23 to up to now, we are uploading now them on the website. This is in progress. Trying to refine the contents with more visual, more interesting visual contents. That's why we are asking for consents of these good practices to share their copyright pictures. So we are in the process of doing this. And then we've done 3 workshops. This was our central activity. We took approximately 17 stakeholders on board, mostly SMEs, also academia, public organizations, social companies employing disabled person, also industry. And then we were selected also as a lighthouse. We implemented a study tour in April, hosting shared Green Deal partners and local partners in Center Rock. And then we implemented also this 10 interviews. This was very insightful also to for further development of our activities that we, of course, want to continue. Although shared Green Deal is finalized, we would like to bring these lessons learned and experience also in, let's say, to be capitalized in other projects that we are planning to implement in the future. This award ceremony is going to be implemented in Center Rook. Here, I would like to highlight that this is more than an awarding ceremony. It will be a recognition, acknowledgement event, highlighting more the cooperation, not the competition among stakeholders that were involved in our experiment. And this event, we are very proud that it will be also implemented under the presidency of Slovenia of the EU strategy of the Alpine region. This is the EU-SALP macro region bringing this transnational dimension also to the local activities. So this is our highlight. I already mentioned this. Maybe I would not go in so much different detail here. I would like to highlight this support that we established this local accelerator hub through our platform at the local level within the municipality of Ljubljana. We were closely collaborating with the Center Rook. This is the center of CCI, the culture and creative industry, connecting a lot of creatives also within the textile and fashion industry. And of course, we would like our aim is to connect stakeholders locally, nationally, transnationally, fostering business innovation and new business model through the usage of circular economy and digitalization. Here we focused to really engage, of course, our core target group, small and medium-sized companies, SMEs, from municipality of Ljubljana, but also other relevant stakeholders, not only operating within the municipality of Ljubljana. These were experts from textile industry, fashion design, also processing, reuse, recycling, also research organization, also political decision makers like municipality of Ljubljana, and then other associations that are related with the field of circular economy and textile, and also the organizations of disabled persons. And here are some highlights from the 3 workshops where we on the first we mapped the good practices, and then we also focused on the identification of key challenges. This was the base of our second workshop, where we try to identify a solution for the support of for the transformation of circular economy in the textile. And then we were also continuing this workshop from the second, and also testing the selected solution with potential customers, or stepping in the shoes of potential customers when innovating and also evaluating those solutions. In the first workshop, we identified 2 actually major challenges. From SMEs, they were mostly fashion designers involved, and there was a lack of visibility and financing highlighted. And upon these major challenges, we in the workshop 2 and 3, we used the design thinking methodology by IDEO that was used for for innovating process that was very highly interactive. We engaged a professional facilitator to help us also implement the 6 hat method for testing the solutions that were identified within 3 groups of stakeholders. Upon 3 challenges, we identify also 3 solutions. So the first group was focused on the challenge how to use residual materials from the textile industry. And then their solution was actually connecting the textile industry, like Betty, who was also involved in the within the workshops, and then the fashion designers from Ljubljana to design products, like they selected socks for the start, to be designed from the waste textile residuals of Betty, and then offering them in specialized stores with concept design stores, pop-up stores, using telling story and storytelling shops. Also online availability will be possible. Then the second group was focusing on the challenge how to increase new how to establish new collaborations for increasing the usage of the residuals. And then here the social company was involved, that is very much operating in the field of recycling. And then they introduced the solution, like let's say this could be a kind of testing solution for introduction of some kind of waste collection fee, like €0.50 by, let's say, person. And then from this collection of this money, the implementation of sustainable public textile fashion production, product and services could be implemented to make this systemic change in the green procurement. And here the promotion of the sustainable textile and fashion was introduced to be implemented through influencers like celebrities, politicians, and public persons. And then the third group was focused on how to increase the visibility of sustainable products and services in textile and fashion of SMEs from Ljubljana and also broader. And here was the idea actually to build and to develop the awareness raising of customers and increase their visibility through the platform, offering these sustainable products and services using digital product passport, also to educate users and buyers, and of course making them more aware and knowledgeable about why their product is sustainable, and therefore also positioning these products in higher, let's say, pricing segment. So here is our website. Also, you can connect it. It's in Slovene. It's in Slovene, although it's still a bit in the process of refining, and also we are very concentrated that within the week or 10 days. We really upload as much content as possible, as much good practices confirmed by the owners actually of the best practice to be uploaded, and also in a way, as the right words, refined contents to be available. So here are
Magda, just a quick reminder for the sake of time. There is 1 more minute left.
Okay, I will go very quickly through. Yeah, this is the structure of our good practice of our website, fashion designers industry, and reuse, recycling, the companies that are dealing in this more how to say focused processes within the circular economy, and then the program, our program, and the news, and then also the network of our members. And then here are some highlights from the study tour in Ljubljana. In April, we demonstrated digital fashion within the technology park Ljubljana. Then we had next day we had some presentations from our good practices, like Loop Jeans presenting their social company within recycling of jeans, and then then we had some demonstrations of good practices on-site visits, like Center Rock Textile Lab, Benedetti Eco Luxury Fashion, Hishka Upcycled Fashion, then Umbrella Repair Shop in Ljubljana, and Zavod Knopf Shop. Also social company. Here are the key lessons learned. We actually realized that we are working with a vulnerable group of SMEs by themselves. We identified and recognized that designers operating within the circular economy are such a kind of group of SMEs, lacking this financial support, lacking of availability of knowledge from the circular economy and sustainable fashion. Then we realized that Slovenia is lacking the textile, although Slovenia is lacking the textile fashion industry, although we are having some front runners in circular economy in textile in Slovenia, like Aquafil, Predilnica, Litija, beauty fields. In Ljubljana is very vibrant scene within the sustainable fashion, as demonstrated on the previous slide. Good practice like Benedetti, Life, Ecolux, Luxury, brand name, also Mila Verde, and Hiška, Zavod Knofsock, Slox, Wolja, and other like smaller brand names, Iona Bedanjec, Cooperative Zofa. It's a joint cooperative joint initiative to promote local fashion, local textile, Patricia Piedraš and others. And then we realized that further financial promotional support is needed for these SMEs from the field of municipality of Ljubljana locally, and to connect them also at the transnational level, like through Alpine region, where Technology Park is very much engaged. Throughout the year of the implementation of our local stakeholders, of our shared Green Deal experiment, we promoted our experiment at the Conference of Territorial Brands and Circular Economy in Valpo Schiavo last year, and then in the conference of the Art Textile Conference in Lyon this year in March. So we are making very intensive collaborations on this transnational level also. And here will be this, don't miss our awarding, or I would say rather recognition event for the innovation solutions, how to further support the circular economy in textile fashion at the local and transnational level. The program is, and the invitation is by now available in Slovene, but it will be also translated in English today. It will be uploaded and also available for you if you maybe are interested to join us next week on 5th of June in Center Rok, Ljubljana. We will be implementing this event also under the Slovenian presidency of EU strategy for Alpine region. This event will be connected with their activities. So this is everything. Many thanks for your attention. Sorry for a bit longer presentation, maybe also due to technical things. Okay,
thank you, Maida, for your presentation and for the great insights. We will go a little bit quicker now with with me, and then we will now give the floor to our case study from France, Valdemar en Transición, with Jean-Paul Grange. Welcome, Jean-Paul, and hello.
Oh, hello, everybody. So let me show this presentation. It's a short presentation, and after that, I will make a short demonstration from the site. Okay. So the name of our project is Ecofashion 94, and it's a project of our association, which is Val-de-Marne en Transition. It's in connection with Paris. So it's 15 kilometers from Paris. And the 94 is in fact a number in France per department. And this is the number for this department of Val-de-Marne. That's why we call it, as it's local, Ecofashion 94. Our objective is to rethink the fashion in harmony with environment. So we are Val-de-Marne en Transition, an association which is part of the movement Transition Network, which you may know because it has been launched in 2006 by Rob Hopkins in England. And our aim for this project was really to reduce the impact of textile on the environment. This is our main objective. And to do this, we think that it's important to have just less clothes and to create clothes which are eco-design. So we are here really at the fundamental of the circular economy. We don't try to help people to build more and more, to create more and more garments, and to do some circular economy related to this production, but really to reduce the number of them. And so we have set some stuff like that, what we showed in a stand in some feast or something like that, to push to have people, professionals, also people who are interested in mode and also of slow mode. So this is the global objective. It's relatively different from the others in this project. With a group of members, we thought about the life cycle of the clothes here. So at the beginning, it was just the different steps. And based on discussions, workshops, we created more and more notes here on a whiteboard that was shared. And here you can see we have identified in the workshop 2, 3 main top challenges. One is the second-hand sales, how we can help this. The second one is about the repair. And the third one is how we can sell durable and repairable garments. And we have 3 others, but we will deal with that if we have time afterwards. So the first one is second-hand. So we run, as our colleagues, a design thinking method. It's with ressourcery, so it's difficult for me to find the right translation. So it's a reuse center. So they receive a lot of garment, but something else usually also, and people can buy them as a sort of second-hand. So the problem we have seen with discussing with them is here, it was not so simple because the people are very busy. So managers of resource centers are very busy. They have a lot of garments coming, tons of garments, and they have a hard time with that and to present it. So it will take time for us to grow, but we have identified an innovation, which is a catalog of services they will share to promote their product and workshop to enterprise and institution CSR. So basically, the business model of these associations or companies is not very resilient. So we think that if they can sell services, it will help them to have more money to run their business. So that was something which is we estimate that we can get some results, but it will take a bit more time. The second one, the repair. In fact, it's we have got a good dynamic with during our workshops. And what is good is now we have a solution, so which is a tailor shop we call Retoucherie, and it's Eco Fashion 94. So it's a service that we provide. The people can go online, get a code for the repair, and then they can give directly to a neighbor, a volunteer neighbor, which we call now a collector. And this collector can bring these garments to repair to the person doing the repair. So we think this part of this domain is in good shape. So we are starting with a flexible tailor shop. So it means we can, depending on the number of people interested, we can have a more or less repair done. So we'll see how it's going to work. And we will expand our communication and volume depending on the number of people we can have in this tailor shop. In fact, for now, it's not a shop, it's online. So the person is doing this at home. She's well, and we'll get more people involved and maybe real shops involved. We'll see how the service is going on. I will show you at the end of this presentation, quick presentation, how it's working. So we'll have a real view on this solution. And the third domain is about the eco-design. So we have already in our members people who are already doing a sort of eco-design, because what they do is they are really focused on ecological material, dormant stocks of materials, things like that. So they are already focused. The problem, and that's we have seen that during co-construction meetings, if they have to have better knowledge on how to repair the garments. And what is good here is that as we have this retoucherie domain, and we are working on that. We have a good experience on how to do repair, and based on that, we want to do a synergy with the people creating, the eco-designer, to help them creating garments that can be easier repair. So we'll have a lot of good practices coming from this part, from Zero to Three to these creators. And we just need for now to have more designers who are doing trousers and dresses. That's our point. For the communication channel, so we have the communication with the professionals, and but we wanted also to involve the public, and so we launched 2 clubs. This one is a fashion fans, let's say. So what we want here is to say that, for example, secondhand is still the quality. We have the quality, and we want to have people having fun with mod. We don't want to be against, but to go with. And there are people who are already in the slow mode, and we want also to address these needs. And these people, we propose them to test our prototypes, and we will ask them to help us promote our ideas. So this is, and here you will be able, if you have the link, to see a small reel, which is describing what we want to do. What I'm going to do here, because I see that I have enough time, is to go on our websites. So as you can see here, so here you have, the people can come here, and they have the retoucherie, so they can come here and they can see, they can ask for a repair directly from there. I'm going to launch the translation of the page right away in order to have you understanding better what we show here. So the purpose is really here with that. The innovation is more to have the repair shop. I mean, the possibility for people to live, to give their garment directly close to where they are. So for now, we have figure 2 only here, collector, in this area. And then we have 2 more, but we want to certify them as collector to be sure they have understood how to do things. And the people will be able to go on this map and select. So as you can see here, we have the how it works very clear for people. The first step is that it's important, because as of today, it's not possible. If you want to have your clothes repaired, you cannot see the price. Here we are very clear, and we show directly the price that the people will pay depending on the type of clothes and the type of repair. So we have all of that available, and this price. After that, they can request for an estimation. So they have to fill here. We can have access to a form, and they fill the form to say what they want. And then we can give them by mail an estimation of what it costs. If they're interested, if they think that it makes sense, we propose them to bring them the garment to the collector that they want to select on the map. And then they will receive, so this collector will bring the garments one way or the other. We think about a bicycle. By bicycle, we have a bicycle service in the town, which is a free bicycle service for shops, and then we can use it to bring it to the person who is going to do, which is about there, who is going to do the repair for now. And the person will receive a code for but a real quote, that's what he will really pay. It's not only an estimation. And based on that, he can say, I want to pay for that. I want to get it or not. He can always say no. If he says no, he will get back his garment. If he says yes, he just pay and it will be repaired. So this is the purpose of that. And so what I wanted to do, it's also to show you an example. So I show you here. So there is 2 or 3 interesting points on that. So I don't know if you see it well, but here it's a bonus in France. So since November 2093, it's possible to have a bonus when you are certified. And then this costs much less than today. So this was a possibility that the French government gave, which helped us in this project. We have now we are going to distribute the neighbor. I mean, we have a network in the association of people that can help, and they will distribute this flyer so we can convince people to use the service, and they can go on the internet site here. And then the collector will have a receipt document, and then they will fill it in order to do the tracking. So as you can see here, we have a real solution on the three domains we are working. So that's finished on my side.
Thank you very much, Jean-Paul. We will now go to the next presentation from our local partner from Portugal, the municipality of Santo Tirso, and we will have Vera Araujo presenting. Welcome, Vera.
Thank you very much. You are see the screen?
Not yet.
Not yet. And now?
Yes, but not in presentation mode yet.
Okay, is yes now?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So, hi everyone, good morning. We are from municipality of Santo Tirso, and in this presentation we will show you some important points of this project that we have been working on. So about the local accelerator for Santo Tirso, the sustainable investment is a strategic point and priority for the municipality, because we think that the business and the associative fabrics receives and welcomes partners to develop our community in a collaborative way, because we think that the greener ecosystem is very important for all, not just for the municipality, but also for all the citizens and to enterprises, associations, and so on. In this project, we have 23 organizations in total that working one with us in the project in municipality of Santo Tirso. We have the plastic sectors, textile sector, the agro-food, also the schools and universities, and of course we have also some non-governmental and governmental organizations. The textile, plastics, agri-food, and are the most important sectors that we decided to work on in this project, and we think that we have the potential to implement circular business in the model creation. So we had, like you can see, we have the textile sector working on with the plastic sector and also the agro-food, because we think that we have here our hypothesis of circularity. So we have some people with a disability works with us in the project, also the National Agency of the Environmental and the municipality of Santo Tirso. We have been working on the identifying of the 25 best practice of the local community, national level, and also in the circular business models across our country. We had also the circular economy workshops that begins to making in the first one the map of circularity and define the local challenges. We have also the ideation and prototyping workshop, and in the end we have the last workshop with the feedback of the mechanism. So at this time we can say that we have a project in the pilot phases and one hypothesis testing conducted. So we think that are good news from the ecosystem. The cycle of training workshops, like I said, we have the 3 workshops. So in the first one, we make the mapping circularity and define the local challenge, the ideation and prototyping, and we have the stakeholders feedback. All of these 3 workshops were very important for our participants to the next step, that was the implementation. So we have here some of the active resources and the waste or passive resources involved in the project. We have the important thing that we identify the 5 R's. So a challenge that is, if can the waste contribute to the circular economy? We think yes, and we identify here all the results of the outline from the first workshop. Some of the answers and the challenges that were defined during the workshop: 1, the proposals of working, and we have, I will not bore you with so much information about that, but we have some teams working on. So we involve the participants, the enterprises, a team of municipality of Santo Tirso, of the Association of Industry and Commerce from Santo Tirso, working on. They make all phases of the project. We have after teams with some enterprises of the same sectors and activity, and also one team that we think that was also has been doing a great job, that is a school with an enterprise that make some bakery, and one that makes wine, with an association of people with disability that work on all together in this project. Sorry, I think, yeah. So we have an important group that comes to work, that was the KAID. KAID is a cooperative located in our industrial park, and is an association that make the inclusion of people with disabilities in our territory, and they work in several important projects about the production of using, for instance, some residual materials from the textile industry, and they make another new products. They also participate working on with some agri-food products that they produce in a small farm that they have there in association, and they also put some of these people with disabilities working on in the restaurant and cafeteria, hotels, kitchens, and so on. So this is an important partner that we think that we could put in working with us in this project. We successfully mapped some of the best practices of a local level and national level. We have, for instance, the Adalberto is an enterprise of the textiles sector, is based in our municipality of Santo Tirso, and they are involved in some important European projects. And one of them, that municipality of Santo Tirso is also partner, is the consortium GIATEX, that wants to respond to the challenges of the textile enterprises using the water in inner transformation process. So it's a very important project that we are working on here in the territory. We have also Garcia and Garcia, that is enterprise of design and build. They are also very important because they have some concerns They look for the certifications. They work in a green transition way when they are building new buildings or places to industries. We have also the Smart Waste Portugal that has 162 associates, and a big part of them are SMEs, and they work in a national level, and they want to transform the waste management in Portugal and help companies to make a good reuse of the waste in Portugal. And like I said, we have KITE, that is the association of people with some disabilities that make some things like recycling pellets. They also are beneficiaries of the food bank. They work with the hyper and supermarkets of the region. They have some good practice also about the recycle of paper, glass, cooking oils, etc. They work also in their own vegetable garden and produce some of the foodstuffs that they use in preparation of the meals that they provide in the association. And they make some jams and so on to sell also to the local community. They, like I said, they use also the surplus fabrics to provide new products and make works to sell after and put again in the market. So they transform the things that we say that is waste from the textile industry in new products to repute in the market. So what was the impact of the social experiment individual level? We have 10 enterprises, 4 females and 6 males. We work with people of the private sectors, textile, plastic, and others. From the academy, we have the local professional school that works also here, and the government entity that was APA, and we think that it was a very, very important project to our territory and also from the region. We are now preparing to make in June our ceremony to award the project, so the best project that we identify like a good practice to that has been working with putting in working the companies and associations. We will make an intimate ceremony, but it will be a public ceremony. We will invite participants and the local community to come and to see the projects and to realize a little bit what we have been doing during this year in the project. We have a panel of jury that the components are the association Smart Waste Portugal, one person from Invest St. Tirso, municipality of St. Tirso, and also a member from Portuguese agency of the environmental. During the workshops, our participants showed interest in design thinking methodology and some exercises that were proposed. We have a good engagement during the workshops and improvement of the methodologies and teaching methods along the workshops. We have...
Excuse me, Vera, for interrupting. Yes? Just okay. To tell you that you have 2 more minutes.
Okay, the team 1 is now at this time carrying and laboratory analysis to test the hypotheses, including other projects which have not been thought during the ideation. So I will pass some of the slides that we can share after. And we have in the dissemination, we have the information in the municipality website. We have like you can see in the bottom in the slide investment, we have a page to the project Shared Green Deal, and also in our social media we have also we share this information also with the newspapers, the local newspapers, and the press of municipality and among the territory. And thank you very much, because we think that we can change the world if we work together, all together. I would like to say that it was for us, it has been for us a pleasure work with these partners, and also with the people that has been working with us in Shared Green Deal project. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vera, for your presentation and for sharing these insights. Now we have seen that we have some questions from the audience. Thank you very much for that. So perhaps I will just start with the questions. I will read the questions, and then the panelists can help us replying to them. We have a question for Valdemar in Transición from Monica. The customers that go repair their clothes, can they leave their opinions on the repairing job on a platform? I think that this is a way for encouraging people to trust this business model as well, if the opinions are good and encouraging.
Yeah, I can answer to this question. So yes, for sure, we are using the simple mail to discuss with the customers. So when we sell them the invoice, we attach to the invoice a formula where they can answer, and we are going to attach also a link to a Google map where they can give their opinion, and so it may help to have our system better known in the future. So we are taking care of this. Thank you.
Maybe one other question that was in the chat. It's also for a question from Stephanie from to Eco Fashion 94. So regarding reducing production, we now have a situation where second-hand fashion platforms are now starting to sell samples / overstock from fashion brands, whilst it is still sitting under the umbrella of eco-consumption. It is quite a sneaky way to continue high levels of production. And I think the question here...
I think it can answer the question.
Yes.
I have answered I've write the answer directly. I was not sure if I should answer verbally or after and so forth. But basically, yes, what I said is that we have a small, what is said is true. So we say dormant in French, or overstock from fashion brands. And a lot of new companies, small companies use it and say it's ecological. So I have checked, and in fact, it's not considered a circular economy to use these overstocks. And so for sure it's true, but in our case, it's small companies for now. So they are not selling so much. So I think it's still okay. But I think the person is right here about that. Stephanie is right about that. It's not a good, the best solution. But okay, that's it.
Thank you, Jean-Paul. Thank you also for the question. Now we have another question from Emily. It says, under the umbrella of circular economy, some local partners have a similar focus, like, for example, textiles, and others have a different focus, for example, buildings and construction materials, sorry. What are some of the things, like this a question for local partners, that you learn from each other across these similar and different focuses? this question goes for our local partners. Maybe someone would like to share with us what you have learned from each other.
Vlatka, do you want to answer this?
Yes, please.
Although the sector and business model can vary by industry, but I think the fundamental principle in the development process is the same. So we have the same focus in this four group, because we use the same design procedure to find a solution, a circular design solution for the problem that we are identifying in every sector, I think. So we have the same objective. That's from my side.
Thank you, Anna. Maybe another local partner would like to also share his or her view.
I can talk about a discussion we had, and we agreed with Mario. So it was really more on the method. We are using the same method that has been proposed. And so we have the same problem sometimes, and it was about the price. We had discussion about the price. So awards, I would say, call it awards. And so we had the same problem. We say we are working, trying to build up a cooperation between our members, and now we have the price. I mean the awards, and for us it's a problem. And so Mario and myself, we said, Mario from Cyprus, we said together, okay, for us it's a problem, and then we found a solution. And so you see, we are sharing the same method. So on the method, several methods, and then it's interesting it's going outside of only the topic we are working on.
Thank you, Jean-Paul. And yes, perhaps to add on these two replies that we had is that, yes, even though we were sharing the same methodology, there were some variations. And the good thing with these variations and the sharing of the activities within local partners is that, as Jean-Paul said, there was a challenge for one or two local partners that they managed to face it and to overcome just by sharing ideas and connecting together. So at the end, they found the solution to perform the award, to have the award for the circular solutions.
Vlatka, I don't know if
yes.
I can say something. So here in our country and in Santo Tirso, we realized that our partners that participate in these workshops, they were very interesting in the design thinking method, and they also work a lot in the practice way, and they have some doubts about the legal barriers, because we have no so much information about some of the barriers that the enterprises have to drop in this kind of projects of the management of the wasting and reintroduce the waste of some enterprises that could be the good materials to another enterprises. So one of the projects that, and the idea that we have been working in one of the groups was also the waste of a bakery could be some of the material to put the grapes growing faster, for instance, in a farm here in our municipality. So we think that it was interesting to see also here how the other partners of this project are implementing in their countries this way of work, and realize if the companies work together in a way to have new ways of solving the problems about the waste of some kind of industries and can put it like material to other ones. We have also we had in the past an enterprise here in our incubator center in the municipality of Santo Tirso that was an enterprise that work in solutions to building construction and using the textile materials to make new solutions to transform the buildings more efficient in an energy way. So we could have the textile working together with the building companies, for instance. So we can have many synergies between the different sectors of activity. Thank you.
Thank you, Vera, for that. And perhaps a question that it's linked with this previous question. So again, for local partners, is what did you think about design thinking for addressing these issues? What was it helpful or effective? Would you use it again?
From our side, I think design thinking method, I thought it was very useful. And also it was very useful because it helped the collaboration and brainstorming. This method also helped for problem solving and encourage the dialogue. We can hear the people from different perspectives, and I think it's a good method for developing new and innovative solutions, let's say. Yeah, and I think it's a method that can give us an opportunity to discover, let's say, the thoughts of other people, and something that we can use it again if we have the opportunity. This is for us, from us.
Thank you, Anna. And perhaps someone else would like to share?
Like I said previously, design thinking was very, very good practice to our members, to our participants, because they like very much to work in a practical way, and we think that it should be a method use it to more companies, to more people in other projects, for instance, and is for us a very good way to put people working on in a practice way. And our perspective and the perspective that our participants gave to us is also important, because design thinking allow us to thinking of a full picture of the problem, so we can see all the phases to think about the problem, and also have different value positions about these problems. So we think that is very successful using these methods of working.
I can just add a short answer on my side. So I would say that it's a good solution to have a big overview, but it's difficult at the beginning for the first steps to have the members interested in, because it's so wide that they don't see where we want to go. They ask me, but where do we want to go there? And this is the problem at the beginning. After that, when we in the diamond, when we go focus, then they understand and they see, and maybe it's more like a shorter time at the beginning to when we have a big overview. If this time could be shorter, it would be better. And then we can do a cycle of more design thinking afterwards. But people need something concrete real to work with.
Yeah, I would just like to add something, if I may. It was for our experiment. Our experience was very essential that stakeholders, participants that were involved in the workshops were very, how to say, focusedly facilitated. So facilitation was very important for us, so that we reach the understanding of what we want to achieve, what concretely will be useful for the participants. So this is the main message, and maybe from our workshops and also at the beginning, I'm just confirming that it needed to be really very clear what we want to achieve, so that we were searching for joint solutions, not the individual ones. So this was very important that this was highlighted. And of course, also this institute for awarding, because we need to award now these joint solutions. Local partners, already from the start, we said that maybe this is awarding is maybe not the right expression of what we want, that because we are supporting collaboration, not the competition among them. Maybe is better to use some other expression, just not to diminish this institute of awarding. So that's why we are saying that we are making our event that we are implementing next week, like recognition, something like that, or acknowledgement of these solutions and their efforts. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your replies to the local partners. I have now another question. Well, it's two questions that will become one question for Anna from CYS. So it is coming from Leslie and also from Maita. The first question is, which stakeholders attended the workshop? Was all the value chain represented? This is the question from Leslie. And the question from Maita is, did you identify any constraints like national legislation, local regulations, taxation, access to investment? Which one most important if this project is to be taken a step further?
Okay, the first question about the stakeholder, I think, as I said in my presentation, we tried to reach out different stakeholders of the construction sector. And during our workshop, included representatives from the mining sector, construction companies, from the production industry, as well as we have businesses dealing with plastic production, metal extraction, concrete and cement production company. Additionally, we collaborate with academia and research institutions during our workshop. And a highlight, as I mentioned, it was the participation of people from the government and departments. So I think with this stakeholder in our workshop, we cover most of the stakeholder of the construction industry. The second question is about the barriers and constraints. Vlatka,
yes. Yes.
Yes. During our first workshop, the objective was to identify local barriers and constraints. We haven't identified some of them. Some of them as lack of market surveillance and effective implementation of the legislation is one of the main problems in Cyprus. Also, because Cyprus is a constrained island system, it is not allowed to build economies of scale. Lack of expertise. We don't have a lot of expertise, and and also the high cost of circular products and technology is recognized as a problem. And Also, one of the problems is that there are no collaboration between different players. And I think it's very important to have collaboration between, first of all, between the industry and government, so the laws to the regulation to be accepted. And also, it's very important to have collaboration between academia and industry. So the results of the research to be incorporated in business, let's say. I don't know if I answered the question, if you need something else.
Thank you, Anna. And I think that perhaps Marius could also add to your reply.
Yes.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Just to add to what Anna just said, I would say that from a supply chain perspective, we missed only the part of design that was crucial, obviously, but we didn't manage to get them on board, like architects who are at the beginning of the line. And yeah, that was a downside of our effort, but the most of the rest of participants in the supply chain of construction were there until the end of the line. And regarding the question on policy, I would say that a major thing is that there are different levels of understanding of circular economy among policymakers. I cannot say that they are fully aware of what circular economy is, and nevertheless they are in the policymaking spot, and they issue also subsidy schemes and all sorts of policy documents, but they are not really in line. Even among them, there are different realms within the government, which makes things much more difficult to apply common policies, implement them, and those policies to be accepted within the market. Yeah, that was my addition to what Anna just said. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Marius. We will just end the Q&A session at this moment because we are very close to the end of the webinar. I just wanted to thank you all for participating, for attending. Our closing remarks, just to highlight the importance of continuing to innovate and collaborate in the field of circular economy, and also to apply the lessons learned from the different case studies that we have presented today on their own regions and also sectors. So all case studies have demonstrated innovative strategies tailored to the local context with a successful implementation relying in collaboration, and all common local challenges included high cost regulatory hurdles and the need for widespread of public awareness. I am just going now to give the floor to our coordinator, Rosie Robinson from ARU, who will share with you some information about the Shared Green Deal Network. Rosie, welcome, thank you.
Thank you so much. I'll just take 30 more seconds as I know we're running over a little bit. Yes, the Shared Green Deal Network is going to be coming after these experiments. We've heard from the circular economy experiment today, but there have been 20 other experiments run in different topics, and we will be running events and disseminating further resources from all of the great outputs from all of these experiments, and really learning more about how to use SSH to reach Green Deal ambitions. If you're interested in being part of this network, please, we would love that. There is a survey. I'm putting the link in the chat right now to just help to shape this network, but also please do keep in touch by registering for our project newsletter. You can find that on the website. And thank you so much for being here. And thank you to the organizers of this event.
Thank you once again for joining the event. Thank you, Rosie. Thank you to the local partners. Thank you to the ARU team, ESIC as well. And to all the attendees, hopefully we will see you again in next event. Thank you, bye.